Well, hello internets. Here we are with a little bit of a vlog. Have you ever had somebody come up to you and say that they know you? Or somebody that you know come up to you and say, hey, I ran into so-and-so today that knows you very well, or knows you, and it's like, and who are you? In my life, I have ran into a lot of people, met a lot of people, worked with a lot of people, whether it's been co-workers, associated with, family of, friends of. You know, I've got a couple of ex-girlfriends there running around. I have, you know, their family running around, their friends running around, their mothers of their friends' children's running around. And you know how people like to be associated with notoriety or knowing somebody else to pretend that their little insignificant life actually matters. If someone's gonna say, hey, I know you, then they better know you. They better not be just a former co-worker from 15, 20 years ago, or some stranger that served you coffee in drive-thru. They don't know you. They know of you, or they've seen you around, or you're the ex of my daughter's sister's friend, kind of a thing, or however the association may be. In my life, like I said, I've had a lot of people that I've ran into, former customers that for the longest time used to recognize me in public, especially before I dropped off the radar, kind of a thing, and became a half a hermit or a recluse, kind of a thing. I used to get recognized all the time. I've had former co-workers that I worked with for 5 or 6 years that, unless they were exceptionally nice or exceptionally annoying, I don't even remember them anymore, because there's been so many. And for someone to say they know me and give a name, you start running through your mind about people that you remember named this, and none of them matches up. So you go on the social media and you try to patch their name with a face. Well, you can find some matches through friends of exes, kind of a thing, and I think that's where the connection is. If this person is who I thought they were or think they are, then their mind or their head's been filled full of a lot of lies by certain people spreading around, because, well, they tried to destroy me, but they didn't succeed. They came close, but they didn't succeed. And I just as soon not be associated with those people anymore, if that's the kind of way they're going to continue to be. And sometimes you need to make a clean break from everything. Not stay associated with a person because they're family, or not stay associated with a person because of whatever, because if you do, sometimes what they're into can come flooding back and start to affect your life again, kind of like guilty by association. There was a guy I used to work with night shifts at a certain big box blue retailer, and he used to talk a mile a minute about everything in his life. Him and his friends doing this, him and his friends building that, him and his friends growing special things in a certain property, and this went on for quite a long time. And then one day he come into work and his face was white as white when he seen me. And then he starts asking me questions. Well, you know so-and-so, or you're the nephew of so-and-so, or are you familiar with this person? And, you know, I didn't tip my hand. I never did tip my hand. I never did say yes or no. I did admit the family connection, of course. And I don't know those people as in know them, but I know of them based on reputation and what they did to my family. And he said a lot of things that a lot of people probably would not want to have gotten out. A lot of things that certain people could have been used against them. I know it's all hearsay, but if he's willing to talk to some kind of stranger at work that he doesn't really know, then is he really good at keeping so-called confidential information or secrets? After he found out who I was and who I was associated with, and the overlap between him and I and the people overlapping, his long stories about things suddenly stopped. It's like he knew he messed up, and he didn't want to get in trouble from a certain kind of person that doesn't care about secrets wanting to get out, or doesn't want to get in trouble from certain people that don't want certain information to get out. And that's kind of how I feel. You get strangers that come up to you in retail and they say, "Hey, I know you." Well, you have no idea who they are. From where? Well, you remember 5 years ago on a Tuesday you were driving a blue truck and you came through drive-through and you ordered a everything bagel? No. Heck, I can't even remember what I had for breakfast this morning, much less, 5 years ago on a Tuesday after seeing a zebra run through drive-through. And it kind of messes with a person's head, especially when they've been through so much themselves that some days they can barely remember certain details that are important in their life. And when you get something like this pop up, you wonder if you're losing your grip on reality and you have forgotten somebody in your life that is or was at one point very important to you. They give you their phone number and say, "Hey, you should call me or text me." Well, you go on their social media and they're in a relationship. Yeah, okay, fine. You could call them. You could text them. But how is their significant other going to feel when there's some strange guy texting their wife? Or so, when it's like, yeah, okay, fine. Friends are friends, coffee friends, school friends, good friends you've had forever, things like that, but not strangers. Like, if you're caught in a relationship you're not happy in and you're hoping that somebody you once had the hots for that didn't pick up on your signals you're putting out might rekindle the romance with you 10 years later, then you're reading the wrong novels, right? You should be reading a different source of educational material. It's kind of strange. I know you're not going to make friends if you never try, but at the same time it's sure hard to put your trust in strangers that they're not gonna treat you like other people have, or use you to gain street cred or notoriety or whatever off of who you are, where you've been, what you've done. It's a strange world that we live in where everybody needs to have notoriety or fame or however it goes. I've noticed it on social media here. Hanging around with larger influencers so you can get a boost to your channel. and then after you've got the boost you're looking for, then you fade away from them because you've used them for all of the fame or notoriety that you can get out of them. I don't know, just a little bit of an experience that I had that I thought that I would share, just kind of the way the world goes. Sometimes if people want to be your friend, then they should actually be in your circle, not just pop in once in a while just to see if you're still alive. I've never been one to collect friends on social media just to say that I have, 3,000 friends. I keep my friend list very short, and if you have no contact with me, you don't respond to my messages, then unfortunately things get, there's a change that happens there. I guess it is what it is, and around we go. And as always, thanks for watching Maxwell's Vlogs. Comment, subscribe, and enjoy.